it. Hip
Yes, definitely. Nice piece. I can see how hip-hop can easily be incorporated inside of that piece.
Yeah.
And I can see the tap dancing going on as well.
Yeah, I was grooving over there. I was tapping my feet under the desk.
Well, you know, he actually raps also. Billy used to, you know, he had a group that I played in with him called Forbidden Planet.
Okay.
And he was actually a rapper, so he used to do a lot of interesting things. You know, he was a great musician, great person, and he has also, you know, he had this Vietnam background, and he became schizophrenic as a result of it. And then, you know, he had some other social problems that went along with that, and we got it together. And then when he did these movies, he did these 2 records based on Vietnam experience, which he thought he would never do, called Aftermath, Vietnam Aftermath and Vietnam Reflections. Basically talked about, you know, how, you know, his life in words and in music, you know, and the pain that he went through before he found himself. Because when he left Vietnam, he said whatever he did for the rest of his life, he wanted to make sure he never hurt or harmed or killed a person. So he went some time before he actually found something that he was interested in, and he found music.
Those soldiers go through that to a lot too, because you know they're at war, obviously for a purpose for the country, but
the mental when they come back.
Right. And then he had the stigma, actually, you know, a black man in the Bronx, you know, in the '60s playing violin. Right. You know why he's not playing bass or guitar or something. So
violin like for different races and
more feminine maybe.
Okay. So that's how they looked upon.
Well, I know when I was growing up, I knew no real violin players came out of 163rd and 3rd Avenue. You know, it was basically everybody either horns or trumpets or bass or something like that. So so that was a huge step of courage just to even embrace that instrument. You know what I'm saying? So. And much less what he did with it. I mean, he was scratching. He was doing all kinds of things that Jimi Hendrix and them would do. Is a phenomenal. Yeah, because he played between the spaces. He played between the lines. So
so he kind of freestyle. He changed his
It
style.
sounded like
Yeah. I guess you could say his music is like hues. You know, they're like blends of colors. You know, and as musicians like to call it sounds. And you know, he was somebody that constantly was so self-conscious of himself in terms of other like idioms like classical music, because he really wasn't classically trained.
Right.
But he had created his own style. As one guy said in the film, he found his crack. He found where he could live, and you know that was something that was made him who he was. The ability to find some place where you could live and you could be comfortable and you can express yourself, and once you're exposed to him, you know who Billy is, as opposed to like Noel Pointer, John Blake, Michael the Baniac, other violinists that are out there. You know who Billy is.
So after you finish with this is a documentary?
Yes.
Right. After you finish with this documentary, what's next?
Another documentary about another brilliant drummer this time. It seems like I'm catching like the progressive jazz movement and documenting it for this sake. This gentleman named Michael Carvin, and he used to play with Freddie Hubbard. He used to play with Bobby Hutcherson and Barbara McNair. You know, he just left Texas at 16 years old and went to California and became a studio musician. You know, and is still playing to this day. So that's like on the horizon, and maybe a web series after that.
Alright. Well, you make sure you stay connected with us, and
absolutely.
As you have, because you've definitely been on the phone with me for about 2 months that we've been setting this whole interview.
Yeah. Plus, I watch you guys too. I like what you're doing.
Thank you.
We appreciate the support. You know, I was telling the artists earlier today that we do so much. The whole team here, especially on all of these radio shows, that if we had a third or a fourth of the people that we support us, like we'd be right where MTV Hot 97 Power 105 is, because we have a purpose to help them get to that next level.
And I think that's really the
most important part. They don't see the value in it until they don't actually have it. Because I guarantee you, if they don't have this platform, they don't get a chance to sit down and get practice and talk to people and see how they look on mics, and they just go up there for the first time, they're gonna be looking real crazy.
They're not
for
gonna
that
like what they
first
see.
time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're not gonna like what they see.
So we definitely appreciate you, and we definitely will be supporting your movement. Just gotta keep
Thank
us
you.
in the loop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when can we look for the documentary?
It will screen at Lincoln Center Walter Reed Theater on October 15th, and that's actually when it actually goes on sale on my website,
Yes.
MalcolmEntertainment.com.
Okay.
You know,
15. I can make that.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said I'm not gonna make
just
that.
give me emails and you guys.
That's Wednesday? That's a Wednesday? No.
Monday.
That's a Monday. Man, that's tough.
Oh, it's a Monday.
That's tough. We gotta find some subs for us.
Yeah,
We gotta find some subs.
definitely. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes, my pleasure. You made me feel so at home, and I feel like so much at home doing it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Being that you love the music, we got a couple more guests to go through later.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere.
You welcome
Oh,
to
okay.
Space
So you
Network.
can sit here.
Network with the artists. Maybe you might be
Okay.
shooting one of their documentaries.
You know,
Yeah.
one day.
Well, I do music
Would you
videos
ever
too,
do
so-
a rap documentary, like with an artist or
Yeah,
someone?
I probably would.
Somebody do mine. Mine, I got a nice doc.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk. I'm
Okay.
dead serious too, 'cause it's
Definitely.
about 12 years in the making right now.
Okay.
So it's but I already got the name for it. It's called Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Where there's a
I go
Will,
with
I
that
am.
title. That's catchy.
Okay.
That's like a good hook.
That's my last name.
Right,
Oh, okay.
right. Well, stay tuned for the next guest. Stay tuned for some more Next Up Radio. And Mike Major's gonna take us into some music real quick.
Yeah, we live now.
We're live, definitely.
We'll be right back.
Let's do it.
Mike Major.
Oh, that's how you doing it?
Turn me up, boy. Turn up, I'll be on it.
Yeah,
Turn me up, let's go.
yeah.
That was nice.
Let's
Thank you so much. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna look at
Funky hip hop.